Hey, how's everybody doing once again? So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about how the majority of today's modern women, not just specifically black women, but women of all races, all other races and nationalities as well. Because every time you go on social media apps, whether it may be TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and on and on. What do you see, fellas, when you look for potential dating partners or just women to do a random hookup with? It's always scantily clad women in most cases. Women who would never ever make good mothers, much less wives. And in most cases, and whether you know it or not, most of these women don't even show their kids, but the majority of them do have kids, and in some cases have husbands. As a matter of fact, there are dating apps or hookup apps, to put it another way, when women, hookup apps that are specifically for women that are married but are looking for other guys to do casual sexual encounters. When I am not lying, if you don't believe me, just Google local MILFs, mistresses who love the F word. I'm trying as much as possible not to use profane language, to tone down on it for some of you people who may be offended by how I use profanity from time to time, or may have used profanity from time to time in some of my previous videos. Anyway, to defend my argument, I wanted to show you some clips courtesy of the social media platform and app TikTok, not TikTok, excuse me, folks, Instagram, because I'm always showing, the reason I said TikTok is because I'm always showing clips on usually any other average video or regular video of mine. I would show TikTok clicks, or not clicks, excuse me, folks, clips to resonate with usually either the topics or the subjects of my videos. Anyway, here's the clips courtesy of Instagram, once again, on how the vast majority of modern women have nothing but sex to bring to the table, fellas. Here's guys, Instagram, and these are some prime examples of how most of today's modern women, once again, are just good for sex. And this is courtesy of some of the women on my feed. This is another example, and this woman looks like she ought to be darn near a grandmother. Look how she's dressed, how scantily clad she's dressed. And here are some of the comments some people posted. Absolutely sexy lady. I'm sure there's some thirsty guy who posted that comment who's just looking for a hookup. This is another example right here. Look at her profile page. Nothing but inappropriate pictures. That's her, I guess, demonstrating how she's into women right here. By the way, this is her handle right here, Bay _ Bale, I guess is how you pronounce it. Let me show you some more clips. That's another clip. And I know, have you ever noticed, guys, how the majority of them love showing their back shots as well? Another example right here. I'm telling you guys, the majority of women nowadays, modern women, are nothing but promiscuous sluts, thoughts, whores, and are good for nothing but hookups, random hookups. That's her handle, Mark_Jonas1. By the way, this video that I'm doing is courtesy of Loom. I'm using the platform Loom to record my screen. Dakota_564. Now look, this is a perfect example for sure how she's almost topless, or practically topless for the most part. That's another photo of her. Once again, her handle will be Dakota_564. Nothing but inappropriate pictures. Just advertising, all of them and love to advertise their whoredom. And this is proof how if you guys were to hook up with any of these females, they would cheat on you within a drop of a dime. And they're most likely to give you not just one STD, but several STDs. Look, Travis Riley 0900. Another booty shot. Selfie booty pic. And this is also a perfect example, fellas, of how our dating choices for a woman that's more modest and more carries herself in a much more ladylike fashion and conservative fashion are very limited. I mean, very limited. Tanya_Betty_799. She just has this one pic, but look, she's showing off still mostly all her body parts. And look how wide her hips is. She may have had a BBL to have hips that wide. One last clip. Right here. Jenny Rose _150. So let me close this out, guys. Once again, fellas, these are perfect examples of how, courtesy of what I just showed and courtesy of the social media platform Instagram, of how the vast majority of modern women, both modern women and today's women, are good for nothing but sex. Literally bring nothing but sex to the table. That's all. And once again, and our choices, guys, or for all you guys that may be shy about approaching women, that may, for the most part, approach women through social media apps, I would, believe it or not, your choices are very limited. And by me being a married man, I'm referring to a lot of my single guys that's specifically looking for a woman to quote unquote hit it off with, because so many women like to carry themselves in such an inappropriate, such an unladylike fashion, always are showing off their body parts. And even more perfect examples that prove my argument, that defend my argument, is look at Sexy Red, a rapper such as Sexy Red, Sukihana, Ice Spice, Lizzo, Cardi B, just to name a few. All of those women, what do all those women have in common? All of those women present themselves in such a slutty and a whorish manner. And that's another prime example of how most females, modern day females, are influenced heavily by women in the media. Some of the most famous rappers, female rappers now, carry themselves in such a slutty, whether you know it or not, such a slutty and whorish fashion. Meg Thee Stallion is another one. And even Janelle Monáe, who recently during a concert, courtesy of the Essence Festival, had the nerve to flash her breasts on stage, trying to make a point, because the song, I believe, has the word areola in the title. Anyway, there will happen to be, I'm sure, a few minors in the audience, or probably several minors in the audience, as she called herself doing it. And that's another example of how women nowadays just have no respect for themselves, none whatsoever. But yet and still, these same women always want to be treated with such respect, in such a classy manner. That doesn't make sense to me. Because why not carry yourselves? If you want to be respected as a lady, as a female so much, why not carry yourself in much more of a modest fashion, and much more of a traditional, virtuous fashion? Why? Because most of you look at it from the perspective of how you did. Less and less guys will be attracted to you if you were to stop showing all your body parts. Because it's been times for when I would go to a local grocery store and I happen to see some women dressed almost naked. I never forget, as a matter of fact, one woman was at the self-checkout register, a younger black female who happened to have on an extremely short skirt. She happened to bend over while rigging up her groceries, only for me to find out that she had on no underwear at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I tried not to look, but at the same time, I was enjoying the view. I got a bird's eye view. I guarantee y'all that. and at the time, I was a married man like I am now, but sometimes, no matter how you try not to let your flesh or temptation get the best of you, it will. And if I wasn't who I am now, I probably would have most likely approached that female only for sexual purposes, and that's it. Anyway, I'm not going to keep on dragging this video, but before I end the video, I want you to first and foremost like the video, comment on it, share it, last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Goodbye, guys.